just marking out my placements for the. This is where the miter saw is going to sit in between these two cabinets, and then this piece of 3/4 inch plywood is going to sit down in here to hold up the base, which is another. I have an old reclaimed butcher block countertop that's an inch and something thick. I don't know if it's exactly. It's pretty close to 1.5 inches. But anyway, from here to there for the thickness of my miter saw is 3 11/16, and then you take that measurement, you measure down, but when I first did that, I forgot that's if I would have put my piece of plywood here, and then my base, my other butcher block countertop base, that's going to go here, then my miter saw will be setting up proud 1.5 inches. So I went over, added one over, and basically took my tape measure and put it at the top here. Where is it? 3, did I say 3 11/16? So I just took it here, put 3 11/16 on top, and then measured down the thickness, which gave me roughly 5 3/16. So instead of trying to add 1.5 inches and 3 11/16, you just put your 3 11/16 there, then measure down the thickness, and they get you right in the ballpark there. And then I'm just took my measurement over here at 5 3/16. I'm just taking my square, running a square line across there, and move this a little bit more so I can get a squeeze clamp in here. So the way I'm doing the thing here, the base that the saw is going to sit on is still going to be, it's not going to be proud, but it's going to be just a little low. And that way I can shim it with some paper or something, like some thin material, something like that, so I can get it dead set perfect. You just pop it just right, and sometimes it just works. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get that clamp in there with a drawer. And I'm only putting a couple Craig screws in here for right now, and that way, for whatever reason, if I do have to adjust it, I have plenty of room to put some other screws in here and get it right. Double check the drawer still works. Didn't screw it in anywhere, so that's good. Nice. And then my spacing, all you do in between the cabinets is, mine's just under 27, so my spacing in between the two cabinets is going to be 27 inches. That way I have a little bit of a leeway there. And then As far as how far it sits back and the depth, I'll just have to figure that out when I get it set in place finally. And then I shouldn't have to worry about trimming off the corners up here or anything with being able to rotate it to, I think it goes to 52 degrees or something like that. So, yeah, so that's a part of it. And if I have to, I'll just cut it down a little bit. But hopefully I can keep it the way I want it for now. So that's it for right now on this part of it. Not looking too bad. I didn't, I don't know, I can't remember. I forgot to video or record a bunch of this where I was putting the cabinets against the wall and stuff, but it wasn't too much other than I had to shim the crap out of it because my floors aren't level at all. But everything's level, left to right, front to back, and everything. Miter saw sitting down. I had a little trouble with that. I had to do some shimming and stuff, but everything's between the bubbles and everything. And then, well, I guess I can't turn you on. But I got the left top on, got it secured, and then everywhere where I had a stud, I don't know if you can see it, but there's finish nail holes in the tongue and groove back there. And then I just lined up the GRK screws with that. That way I knew I was getting into a stud. And hopefully you can see there's a couple shims under each of the panels. They're just that's what I had to do to get it level. I had to do even more on this right side cabinet. I had put 3 shims, one there, and then in the back to get everything leveled the way it was going, the way it needed to be. It needed the front needed lifted up, and then this side over here needed lifted up. The right side needed lifted up. That way it could all be level going across. So the next part I'll end up needing to do is I got to order it. Well, I got to order a smaller shop vac. I got it picked out. It's a Craftsman. It's the only thing I wanted to get, one of those wall mounted ones that were slim, that you could it would fit under there a lot better than these round ones, because the opening in there is 27 inches. So I wanted to get something like that, but I think this Craftsman that I'm going to get off of Amazon is going to work out pretty good. And then there's these double T-tracks that I'm going to order. I think they're from Lee Valley. And I'm going to have to get at least 3 of them. That way I can have, because I don't want to put a back on this, like extend this part of it. I want to keep the bench space open as much as possible, and then just have a recessed track that's in line with this, and that way I can have a stop block on both sides. I do my majority of my cutting from the left side, so that's why the left side's longer. And like I said before, I had to chop down my cabinet. Chop this side down to a 12-inch. These are still 20 inches wide, these 2 bigger ones, and then this one's down to like 18 inches, and then I have a few probably 1.5 feet or so hanging over, which I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that yet or not. I can always cut it off, but I had to shorten it up because if I'm going to, I want to keep my bandsaw over here, and I want to be able to wheel it in out nice and easy. And then so finally, uh, now that I got that top up there, it makes it nice. I got some more room over here again. So I'll have to start breaking down my sheet goods for my left cabinet drawers there and go from there.